return it. What's the point of any of it? There ain't gonna be no one to save. None of these damn heckin'... You, beer there, carry that thing. We gotta find the middle of this place and came here to do a job and...
All clients, please keep calm and find your way to the nearest ejection pods. I repeat, all clients, please stay calm. We are evacuating the facilities. Please move to your closest evacuation point.
They're leaving. We gotta go.
Margot, Cleo, what's the plan?
We gonna take this whole damn thing down. Don't care rightly if we get off.
Right, well, good thing Cleo's got the bomb. We'll make sure we all get off. I shall see to it personally that we all make it off. Cleo, let's stay away from Margot. It's been a hard day.
It's about to get harder.
Personally, make sure we all get off.
It's just that you kept saying you were gonna make sure that we all got off, and I was...
This is a horrible moment, Well, welcome back, everybody.
Oh, yes.
It's us. We're here. We're
Dirty.
dark and dirty and...
Yeah. We just can't be serious.
We can't.
Oh, we can. We managed it for the cold open, I think.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm DM Dick once again. With me is,
Dick.
as always, is Mr. Daniel, a.k.a. Dr. Z, the psychic jellyfish alien.
Oh, I am here and I am reading your minds and get them out of the gutter. Every single one of you. Out of the gutter right now. This is serious stuff.
And right here on the left is Taylor, a.k.a. Cleo, the explosives expert bear.
Hi. Can't get out of the gutter if you live in it.
You're going to do some booms in the gutter?
And together we will speak into microphones and craft and weave a story built of bold decisions and even bolder dice rolls that we have come to call the Backwater Bastards. In space.
In space.
Oh, I love it. What an intro. Wow.
Well, good, we've done it.
We've done the intro.
thing.
Oh, okay, good. Back
Check.
to normal
So
voices.
guys,
Check. Good night, everyone.
we are in a
Yeah.
suborbital station floating on the dark side of MidSpace.
Oh.
That you've been led here by Margot Blue Eyes McCracken, who has spent the last 5 years of her life chasing down the remnants
Very
of
determined.
the people that took away all those dire citizens that committed those atrocities of experiments that caused, to her knowledge, the death of her rival Cleo DeCap.
Yep.
And you've made your way into the facility, creeping in onto the snowy rooftops, sliding down the chimney with your bag of goodies, and made your way into what must be the main showroom where they are showing the merchandise, which just happened to be the perfectly formed and completely mind-wiped bodies
Oh, yeah.
of young humans. Seemingly, you know that at least some of them were from Dias because Margot and Cleo recognized one of them.
Yeah.
And these
Dang,
people
dang, dang.
are beyond saving. They're alive, but there's nobody home. And Margot has just slaughtered the ancient old man who was here to purchase one of these bodies.
Yeah, the guy kinda, as Tay pointed out, could not read the room.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think he kind of walked himself into that one. You know,
A little bit.
He may have had a chance, but he kind of fudged his charisma roll there, I think.
As Margot was there, like sobbing and clutching the brain-dead body of one of her former associates, and as the two of you sort of left sort of standing there like in this room of horror, the head caved-in body just lifeless on the ground, the security wristband that Margot has got on her wrist suddenly has sprung to life and fired out an alarm and a warning telling all clients, all customers to make their way calmly to the exits. Clearly, the people in charge of this place must be aware that you're in here and are trying to get the customers to safety. But more importantly, if they are aware you're here, is anyone coming for you?
Oh yes, of course the old combat roles may need to come into play.
Energy blades are humming.
Well, I just want to let you guys know that I'm prepared and I rolled out my 20s.
I also did.
Yeah, it's probably, we haven't done that.
Haven't done that in a while.
Rolled out the 20s much in the past. And I rolled some out for Margot.
Good. We're all rolled out.
I did 17 rolls with 5 d20s in each roll. And
Wow, until you got one d20.
Well, except that I didn't actually get one.
You didn't get a single D20.
Keep going, Taylor.
Well, no, statistically, now you must be more likely than ever to roll a 20.
I don't know.
No,
You've gone that long without
You
getting one.
cannot fuck with the dice gods. You must roll out until you... There you go. You got
There
one.
we go.
Okay.
It only took
Okay.
another, 20 rolls?
Yeah, but now you're done. Now you're
Now I'm
ready.
done.
You've made that sacrifice to the dice
So
gods.
the 1d20 that I was going to get in this game has been achieved. Great, let's go.
Yeah. Now we can just get ones, which is what we want.
Yeah. Wunderbar.
Yes, you must always appease the dice gods. They are very vengeful spirits, and they will not allow you to have a fun game if you do not do this.
Especially
Always
because
roll
it's
out
the
your dice.
end of 2021 right now as we record this.
Yeah, they need to
There's-
make their quotas. Much
like,
like policemen
minutes
walking
left.
around out there trying to just get you for parking violations and crossing a red light when you shouldn't. These dice gods, they're out there to make that.
They got quotas
They've got
to fill.
quotas to make, and they need to make them.
Is that why we get so many ones? Because everyone else is avoiding them somehow.
Yeah.
I think so.
Or just not playing with dice, which is weird. You're on holidays. Play with dice.
Yeah.
I even bought myself a new pair
Anyway,
of dice recently.
allow me to remind you of the situation. So you've got Cleo with this massive piece of luggage, this big rectangular.
Rectangle.
I liked that.
And it's
What shape
attached
is
to
it?
me. It's attached
It is
to
a
me.
rectagonal.
Strapped onto her back.
Yeah.
Rectagonal. That's not a word.
It is.
It's a word.
Rectagonal. That sounds less like a word the more I say it.
Might because it ain't.
Because it's not a word, but it's,
My name is Rectagonal.
I'm here for your booty.
I kind of love that. Open the door to that.
Oh, we've got to
fine
have a
gentleman.
character called Rectagonal.
Yeah,
But it's like Rec
behind
with a
door
W.
number 2. Rectagonal. He's here to carry your stuff.
You better watch out when Rectagonal in the house.
Rectagonal, you're bagonal. On the diagonal.
He's a rapper.
Is he a rapper now?
He is. Oh, I love him.
You better have some collateral.
It doesn't stop. Taylor, keep going.
Because my
This is
rectagonal
really-
is equilateral.
Somebody pass me an Adderall so that I can deliver on that request.
Yeah, I love it.
Anyway, don't do drugs. In front of people.
Or stay home and do. It's
I almost got through that one line. So, yes, Cleo does have the rectangle-shaped
Rectagonal.
box on her back.
What's a rectangle?
what is
Okay. All right.
Right.
So I have the crate attached to my suit, so I don't have to pick up anything. I'm ready to go. I've seen enough. I think Cleo's in shock because she didn't get to see
Cleo
this before.
recognizes that the guy that Margot's run to as well.
I feel like she's got more flight in her right now than Margot, simply because Cleo never faced this trauma. Margot's had 5 years to deal with this. Cleo just ran. So she's ready to run again.
I'll step forward and wave the energy blades at the dead old guy on the ground and pull them back in.
I'm glad you did it, Margot. There was no telling what horrors that man could have done to any of us at any point. It's easier this way.
Yeah, well, good. Shame we ain't gonna get the rest. Sounds like they're making their way out.
Well, not so sure about them, Margot. We may still get them. If the entire craft, including escape pods, is what we're here to get, well, then we need to find ourselves a control panel and lock down all escape pods before anyone can get away.
Just a moment, the dejected, looking at the floor, Margot, she looks up at Dr. Z, wipes the tears from her eyes, gently puts the body she's been cradling back onto its pedestal and stands up tall, shouldering her gun, looking at Dr. Z and a smile building on her face.
You can do that, fish boy.
Yes. Yes, I can do it.
Well, I ain't never got none of the rich, old, Terran tycoon types that come frequent these places until this one son of a bitch here. So if we can get the whole lot of them, well, that might be a bringing in present worth having.
Yes, and I'm sure we'll make the entire universe a better place for it.
Well, There's a door back there that the clients come through, so what do you think's through that one over there?
And she points to the back of the room where there is another door.
I'll hum the energy blades out again.
Cleo?
Well, door like that. A door like that. Who's to say?
I'll rush over, try open it, I guess.
Well, I mean, as you're sort of rushing over, Margot herself is sort of like keeping pace, walking along. You remember she's got the
Of
all access
course.
pass on her
Yes.
wrist.
Yes, of course.
So as you go to examine the door console, she just holds up her wrist to it, and there's a beep, and the door opens up. And behind there is just a big, half a hexagonal desk with a bunch of consoles on it and a pair of very comfy-looking swivel chairs behind it. It's some sort of like control panel, and you can see now that as you step in, the entire wall that you've just walked through has got some sort of like one-way glass type effect that can see into the other room, looking back into the sort of the airy, green-lit display room.
Okay.
There seems to be definitely some sort of control console, for at least for this area, if not
spooky.
other portions of the station.
So we're now in the room that can look out,
Yeah, you're in the room that can look out.
but no one can look in.
No one can look in. So this room as well, it's quite a long, thin room that you've just sort of come into one of the wider ends. And there are doors either end of you as well, like one to the right, one to the left,
Okay.
basically. They are both closed.
Any control panels anywhere?
So yeah, the desk is just all control panels and consoles.
I say, well, give me a moment and
And I'll walk over and try and start investigating these control panels and see what I can get access to.
I want a hacking roll.
You want a hacking roll? Come on, Z. It's an 11.
It's just good enough to get in.
but it's enough to get.
Password 329.
So
Yeah.
you get in there, and like just hooking up one of your little tendrils, you bypass into the security and get into the back end of it, and you realize that this is hooked up to some sort of network of the whole station. But at the moment, like the operating system you've got here, the only apps that are there are things that are controlling the room ahead of you. There's a lot actually of visual choices, so like you can completely reshape. There's blankety things, curtains that sort of come down and up and reshape. There's sculpted curtains, and the lighting rigs
Wow.
will be changed.
Sculpted curtains, that's cool.
There's all different ways this can be displayed differently. So because the room is all white and then has like those stone pillars and then these spotlights and then these kind of shaped, sculptured fabric curtain type things up above.
Mm-hmm.
So the majority of the controls are for that. There's also controls of all the life support units for these bodies.
I want to show the map what I can see the station looks like to both Cleo and Margot. So bring that up for both. Start trying to shut down the escape pods from working.
Yeah, so you're going to have to right now you've got you've only got access to this room, but you do know that there must be some sort of back door because it is network. So you could attempt like a separate hacking attempt to try and get in there.
Cleo, Margot, here is the station we're in. I'm going to try and shut down all escape pods.
And like highlight the areas that they're happening in.
But there's something else I found here. It's the bodies from the previous rooms. The control panel for them is also here. What do we want to do with them?
What do you mean? The bodies.
Heck, who cares, you amphibian? They're already dead. As good as. You just stop those escape pods. I want to take down every last one of those rich motherfuckers.
Very well.
Kind of excitedly start typing away, enthusiastically trying to stop and eat the rich. So another hacking roll, is it?
Yeah.
23!
Oh. Incidentally, if you'd done really well on your first hacking roll, would have given you immediate access because it was just like kind of a pass. It's like, okay, well, the punishment for only kind of passing is that you just have to do more than one roll.
I like it. It makes me feel like I've, done something better the second. That's good. I like it.
Hacker man.
Hacker man.
So
Acid burn.
now, as you've got access to this console, you're sort of working your way into the further controls of the thing, and you do get into just the basic operating system that works this whole ship. Well, this whole it is basically just a ship. It's a suborbital station. It's a
95.
ship that just sort of hovers its place. And from this point, you could do a lot of things. But right now, you can see that you could very easily disable the pods or even eject them right now while they're empty.
Other thought.
Ooh.
And overload them all. Have them all blow up.
Ooh,
Can I do that?
beautiful. Yes, just reroute like way too much power to them all.
Yeah. And have them blow up all over the stations like popcorn on the, like barnacles on a ship.
I mean, I like that.
Because I want
wrap.
to show off to. I mean, I know Cleo's got the bomb, got the boom. You know, I want to show off to
got
Margot
some
as well
boom
that
boom too.
I can cause some boom boom too, and I'm just going to like type away fingers and jelly and tentacles are like typing away and just leave it resting with one red glowing button on the screen. It just says "Do not touch."
The choice is now over to you, Margot.
She sort of just walks up, you know, strutting along, puts her sniper rifle back on her back, and sort of, you know, like turns side on, raises a finger, and then brings it down on the button. And immediately the lights flicker and dim. The station starts sort of wobbling as you hear faint explosions sort of off down the corridors. You can see on the map, like sections are just going dark, as though like parts of this ship are just like, you no longer have readings on them, as escape pods are just popping. They've all just been, basically had their thrusters jammed up full of energy that's got nowhere to go, and then bada boom. The explosions themselves, enough to take out the pods. Anyone that was foolish enough or unlucky enough to be standing near them, which you've got to imagine there may have been staff there to usher the clients into them.
Oh yeah.
There may have even been clients getting ready to get on board, or the early, you know, like if they could fit 5 to a pod, there might have been a couple people in them.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to say from where you are, but just pop, 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 pop. And the whole station is shaking, the lights are flashing. It's sort of, you can feel it's all going off its axis. You've got like a little bit of a stutter as everything tilts.
Jiffy Pop.
And then sort of everything stops again. And then, one by one, up above you, the lights start going out.
Oh, man. I knew this was going to happen.
And the consoles in front of Dr. Z all flicker off, severed from the network.
Turn the lights on the keen suit that I'm wearing on. Standing there with the tentacles dripping down. It's like a jellyfish in a jelly, now like bioluminescent, just glowing up the room.
As you sort of light things up, you can see that Margot has already carefully like lifted and is holding her sniper rifle now, and she's like turning from one side to the other, looking at the two doors either side, getting ready for any sort of attack that might happen. What's Cleo up to?
Can we tell if that was just this station's network that blew, or is it the electricity for the station?
Well, like when everything was flickering and dimming, that looked a lot
Good
more
point.
like this is a mistake. This is because of the explosions. When the lights went off one by one and then the consoles clicked off,
Right.
that seemed a lot more intentional. That looked like someone flicking switches.
Oh, really? Fuck, maybe I shouldn't be turning my lights on. Oops.
What about like life support systems in the station?
If they want you in the dark, life support's in the station.
Yeah, like,
well, you can't tell anymore because the console's all gone dead.
but like, can we breathe right now? Like, are we?
Oh yes, right now you can breathe.
And
yeah.
there's gravity.
Yeah, I mean, because this is suborbital. This thing is open to the elements. Remember, you guys just jumped down a chimney.
Okay,
You were getting gravity and oxygen from MidSpace.
great. Okay, cool.
It's more like a floating house.
Oh my God, someone's coming for us.
I like it though.
I'm gonna definitely get my weapon out, but
Oh,
I'm
Ghost X,
not
right, isn't it? Yeah.
gonna turn it on because I would like to imagine that it has some illuminatory aspects.
You're in the dark. Z is lit up as torchlights.
Great,
Maybe
thank you.
stupidly because I misread the situation.
Well, if they want you in the dark, surely it goes to stand that the only way you can beat them is by not being in the dark.
appreciate this kind of positive thinking. I literally just thought that the big booms that I just caused have turned all the lights off, so...
So Cleo is gonna motion down to Dr. Z and just go, Z,
Yes, clear.
bait,
What?
bait.
What do you mean, bait? This is not the time to talk about food, Cleo. The whole station's gone dark.
I'm gonna stay right here, but stealth me.
Stealth you.
It's like looming like right on his back.
Yeah, like right behind you. And then you are gonna get attacked probably because you're lit up in here like a Christmas tree and they're gonna see you and think, look at this dumbass. And then when they
Alright.
get here, it's like
Yes.
imagine the visual of you unstealthing and then there's like a bear behind you.
I'm gonna lift the stealth gun up then, and it'll be like behind my back, I guess. And it's gonna point
Yeah.
at Cleo, and I'm gonna activate that gun, the stealth field projector, and it won't be affecting It won't be affecting me, but it will be affecting Cleo.
Yeah, like so at this kind of range and that this kind of like level of multitasking, it just works. Like Cleo just vanishes, becomes completely invisible. If she moves too much, you might see a little bit of a waver in the air, but you're in the dark, so like even that's not
just a
an issue.
fart.
She's just invisible.
Just a heat fart.
Basically, like light is bending around her. And so it is. Just for a good while. Just for a while you're just sitting here listening. Margot hiding somewhere, presumably with her gun drawn and like keeping all the exits covered. Dr. Z standing there, like, illuminating parts of the room, looking about, being basically just bait, but also like, being the one who can actually sort of look out and
also want to grow the honey boy body a bit so that like the first impressions of anyone coming into this room is that there's a jellyfish in a jellyfish body just glowing in the middle of this room. Like, what the fuck's that about?
It's a little bit eerie.
Yeah.
This bioluminescent thing with like these spotlights sort of like just like looking around. But you're sitting here for a few minutes listening, and then you hear it. And you're all sort of turning, like one of the doors, the door that was on your right when you came in, but is now basically dead ahead at one end of the room. You hear some scuffling behind that door. And then the door opens a crack. It's a double sliding door, and it just opens up a little bit. And there's like a faint green light, and only it seems to open a few inches. And there's just 3 points of green light in a triangle sort of bobbing as if they're perhaps like on someone's head or something's head. And that sort of head sort of bobbers there a little bit, clearly seeing Dr. Z, just looking through the door.
Ah, yes. Finally, someone's here to help. I seem to have made a mistake. See, I was trying to get everyone off site and, well, something happened with the code.
I've just rolled an 11. There is a clinking sound. Clink, clink, clink. And as Dr. Z points the torches down, he sees some manner of grenade or flash bomb. Something has just been tossed into the center of the room in front of him.
I project a shield on it immediately.
Alrighty. Give me a dex roll.
Oh my god. Somebody else gets to do it. Ha!
8.
Oh.
Fuck.
Oh. Okay,
Oh.
so a whole bunch of things are going to happen at once here. Margot is taking a shot.
Okay.
Ooh, 18. You just see like a flash as blaster fire shoots from somewhere in the darkness in the corner, across the room, straight through that tiny little gap, and just dead center hits those 3 glowing green lights, and you hear someone sort of go, ah! And the door slams shut. Meanwhile, Dr. Z flashes out his shield projector as the thing on the gun goes beep, 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 beep. And the shield doesn't quite get there in time, but it does effectively sort of like he's got it like partially covering the thing as the shield takes some damage. Nothing shoots in your direction, any of you.
Oh.
But the device itself, explosive device, sort of shoots across the room, and there's just a blinding flash of light.
We've been flashbanged?
You've been flashbanged.
Fuck.
Blinding flash of light, and just sort of like this odor sort of hanging in the air. This, something that smells. And as you're sort of, you're struggling with your eyes, Dr. Z, for his part, doesn't use eyes and isn't affected, but he sees immediately.
Can I big brain this?
Yeah.
I want to step backwards and I want to touch Cleo and then do a mind share and share what I can see to Cleo.
Oh my goodness, give me a telepathy roll.
Zio.
20.
Oh, you guys are just acting so in sync right
Oh
now.
my
Yeah.
god.
So,
oh my god.
as Cleo is completely blinded, she is given this unearthly sense of what Dr. Z can interpret.
And it's like June.
And
let me be your eyes, father.
and spinning under the desk, it's just shot there, spinning under the desk. One of the chairs is being knocked over. The flashbang type device is emanating a gas and is slowly filling the room with some sort of gas.
Doesn't matter. For us. Oh, Margot. What if we Zio in this
Zio.
moment so that we don't leave the honey boy?
Mm-hmm.
And that way, the stealth shield has both of us.
All right. Give me a Zio in character. Like you saying, Zio. Or like Zoid, you got to call it. You have to call the Zio.
Dr. Z is Dr. Zio.
Z.
Yes, clear.
See, there ain't much time. We gotta activate zero tolerance.
So all that noise happens. But really what happens is that Cleo just gets engulfed into the honey boy, which has to blow up above the egg cup thing. And Cleo, like, sort of her fur is sort of like wavering in the jelly, holding her breath, is in there.
Okay.
As the gas starts filling the room. Are you going to leave Margot to
No.
her own
We need to
devices?
We need to move.
Or are you going to like chuck it out of here before it fills the room?
Well, they closed the door though, and if we open the door, they'll see some of the shit we're doing, and I'm not loving that. So,
Do you have any jelly grenades?
I do.
Did you get any, like,
I did.
restocks of jelly?
I did.
Yeah, she'd completely restocked the jelly
I restocked
capsules.
like everything. Let me just see what
I mean, they'll hold gas for a while.
Yeah, chuck a jelly grenade on it.
I like that. That's easier. Okay. I'm gonna get one, but I'm gonna have to punch through the honey boy in order to drop it onto the grenade.
No. The honey boy reads your mind. It opens up with your moves, like...
Oh my god. I think... Did we preemptively, Zio? No, we need this, because I could have passed out.
Yeah, you don't want Cleo to get, like,
Again.
gassed.
No.
We've been here.
We've been doing this real time. None of this is preemptive. We've been acting real time to it. It's
No,
good.
I know. I'm just saying, like, what if this was too extreme of a move? It doesn't matter. We did it.
We're nailing it.
But it's time, jelly.
Because, I mean, it means that you can, like, literally walk right up to the thing. You don't even have to get a dex roll. You can just walk up and just slam a jelly capsule on
That's
it,
what I'm doing. I'm getting one out of my little pocket. Zoop, zip. Got a jelly cap.
So Z, just sort of sitting there, like, lazily, ambiently reading Cleo's mind, can just pilot his armor over to the thing, where the two of you at the moment inside the honey boy, completely safe from the gas, and just plonk the jelly capsule down on there. It not only does it encase the grenade, but it sort of fills up the entire crevice underneath that desk as well. There's a chair is sort of sent scooching across the room, and you can see, like, jiggling and bubbling, and you can see, like, a bubble growing on the inside of it, threatening to burst as the gas is sort of slowly leaking its way onto the inside of the jelly capsule. As all this is happening, you hear a ding, 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 like multiple little steely legs stomping about up above you, directly above.
Cleo.
Zay.
Cleo.
Zay. Zay.
They are not playing today.
They ain't. We gotta get out of here.
The way we came? What?
Well, I ain't going through the green light door. I didn't come here to shit twice and die. Hell. Margot!
Damn it, I can't see a thing. Just give me a moment.
Yeah, Margot, we don't have much time. You're going to need to follow us. Cleo, the door. I know you're terrified, the green, but we need to go through it. Margot won't survive in here with this gas for much longer. We need to get through this door, Cleo.
Think green thoughts.
I promise you, whatever's on the other side, we will take it out.
Fine. If you say so.
Also, a round of stews, on me.
Stew.
I will get you the everything. Not a special, if you can take us through that door right now.
The whole everything.
The entire thing.
Heck.
As this sort of conversation is taking place, you see, like, the sort of blinking, like, eyes out of focus. Margot sort of steps out of the shadows and sort of reaching blindly with one hand, sort of grabs onto the side of the Zio entity.
There you are. Just get me out of here. I'm starting to see things again. I'll be right really soon.
You're just going to make your way back into the showcase room.
No, the room where the people with...
Oh, the three green eyes. With the three green lights.
Yeah, they just got shot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, like, Margot just got a headshot in there, or, like, what was head height shot,
So
at
it's
least.
probably good.
So, like, now might be the perfect time to bust through there.
We're gonna bust. That's okay. Because we got Bear Claw.
And I'm going to put my energy blades forward as well.
Cleo is just kind of
Alrighty.
like stealing herself.
Well, give me some melee rolls for this Zeo fury of like bear claws coming out, then like blades coming out just like all at once.
Yeah, you know when you see Bart and Lisa Simpson go towards each other? Combine those two going at someone else. And it's...
Bear claws surprisingly awful.
Oh boy, I rolled a 7.
Energy blade surprisingly mediocre.
Oh my god, 10.
Ghost axe on the other hand.
14.
Oh shit. Rage.
So as you're coming in, Cleo sort of like goes at it with a claw as he's trying to get the ghost axe out of the honey boy. Dr. Z is just like sort of rotating these energy blades, sort of slicing at it, searing at the door. Nothing much is happening. Like you're scratching the door up, you're burning holes in the door, but you're not getting through it. But then the ghost axe sort of pops out triumphantly out the top of the honey boy and just comes down. And this is the weapon for this sort of job anyway, because it's armor piercing, it's shield piercing. It is...
Yes!
Yes.
And we've got a 14 for that, and we've got crit damage as well, maximum damage.
Yes.
As Cleo cleaves the door on a sort of like a kind of a weird diagonal as it just sort of breaks in and there's... Like, it kind of just pops partly out, like you could just, like, kick the whole thing in once it's being, and there's just seared, like, white, burnt sides either side of the cack. As you chop through, you can sort of see something sort of moving behind there. Looks like a person is behind there, but you can't really see them as they sort of back off away from the door. Are you just going to, like, literally, like, stride forward and kick the door in as well?
If we do that, will they get trapped under it?
I mean, if they don't dodge it.
I would like to do it with increased speed.
Yeah, I will also do my best to keep up.
All right, so fast as possible, you just like
Yeah.
rushing in. I'm imagining like Cleo is basically like raging like
Yeah,
out
this
through
is
the
like a
holes of the
bear
honey boy,
leap.
like getting like left behind, like Z sort of getting left behind him, just like sort of whoa chase up. So you're stretching out like a slinky.
Yes.
Oh, I
as
love
this
it.
one booted bare foot just kicks the doors in, and the doors go sailing back into the corridor behind. You can see this room is like dimly lit. There's just emergency lighting around the outside of the corridor going around the corner. The door flies in. I'm going to roll a dexterity roll.
That is so cool. That vision. That
I'm
scene.
picturing
Wow.
those slimy strings of jelly.
I've got a 14. So the figure in the darkness sort of like darts back. And as the door collapses in, as you guys step through in, sort of dragging Margot sort of even further behind as you sort of wallop back into your Zeo configuration. I'm kind of imagining like with the axe wielding Cleo just sticking all the way out the top for the minute.
Yes.
So as to not cut Dr. Z with it.
Yeah.
Sushi.
And you see, it is basically a pair of human legs cut off at the waist.
Oh.
And sitting on top of that waist, where there would normally be a torso, is a big-ass cannon.
What?
Wait, what? 2 human legs,
Mm-hmm.
but where there should be a body, there's a cannon.
Yes.
Wow.
What type of weird
And
fucking
these legs,
experiments
I mean-
are going on here?
These legs, they are, I mean, they're mechanical, they look like. They look very, very human-shaped, but I mean, they're kind of like robot-y armored legs. Like, you don't know if there's any human actually in there. But they are very like, they are like shapely female human legs. Fully armored, with like big combat boots on, standing in like a wide pose. If they're sort of skidded back to avoid the door, the big cannon sort of like aiming and training its way towards you.
Oh, do any of us have energy left? I mean, we've just done a lot of stuff. Like,
You've just done a lot of stuff, yeah.
I think Cleo's out of energy. I think
But-
you used 2
but
energy
there's,
for the door.
The legs has also like just had to like dodge your shit and like run away. So we're gonna have to roll initiative
Yep.
basically.
Okay, fresh initiative. Okay.
Dang.
Man, this is some Final Fantasy shit. Fucking get into the room and immediately get hit with that fucking music. You know?
Okay,
I rolled a 13.
That's gonna be the legs. That's gonna be all right. So it was what we've got. 13 for Dr. Z.
Yep.
I rolled a 15 for the legs.
This is so wild. The legs.
Jesus
they?
Christ.
Cleo's rolled a 7 for Cleo, and I got a roll for Margot as well. She's rolled a 2, which is kind of fitting, considering she's blind right now. So the legs get to go first.
Bugger.
But let's go ahead and assume everyone's got full energy, because I'm feeling generous. So the cannon, already basically aiming at the two of you, just lines up the shot, and you can hear like a winding up, and then it blasts like a beam of plasma energy towards the two of you.
Fuck. Have I got shields?
You do not have any shields there, and I've rolled a 17.
Oh my days, Dickie.
What about dodge?
I mean, you guys can try and dodge.
Like, now that we're Zeo, it's almost like we need a different stat block for Zeo.
I mean, you're very awkward. Like, you're big and ungainly. Like, dodging is not going to be your specialty. You'd be better off trying to do something a bit more, like lifting up the door as a
something
shield.
Like
like something that's...
Do that, Tay. Just hinted. Lift the door up.
But did you tell me?
No, Dickie just hinted at that.
Oh.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I never said anything.
Dickie just said you'd be better off lifting up the door to block the shield, to block the blast. Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to give you a list of things, but that was the only one I could think of.
To be fair, I was thinking of something really fucking useless. I was imagining this thing where you just force a shape into the honey boy like a giant O.
Yeah, an O. Ooh, oh, only Margot got shot. Whee.
I don't think you could do that with because Cleo's still in.
I would be in the O, just
in the O. It'd be full anime.
But that said, Cleo has got a lot of hit points and she's got armor.
No,
so
I don't want to get shot by a cannon
straight to the
point
chest.
blank range. Okay, I'm picking up the door.
Just give me a strength roll.
It's a big door. It's a big chunk of door. Another 7.
Well, shit. So Cleo, thinking fast, grabs the door, sort of hoisting it up to protect her and Z. Unfortunately, not fast enough.
All right, then I will...
It's heavy. She's straining at it.
I am lagging in an action behind. It's almost like a lag on a computer. Cleo's done that, and then a second behind, I'm doing the exact same action.
I love this visual. Oh, so Cleo tries to lift it, and then Zeo, the Z, honey limb coming in straight behind to bolster it. Give me your strength check.
I'm going to do a strength check.
Oh
13.
My gosh. You've got a minus half to strength, so what did you roll initially? That's a good roll. Cleo's getting it up, but she's not getting it up fast enough. But then, in behind comes those big muscle man honey boy arms. And you get it up in front of you just in the nick of time.
Yes, Cleo.
JELLO.
And you see just the room is just like a blue light as this ray strikes it. You can see in front of your faces where you're holding this door up bolstering it against this beam coming from the cannon. It's turning a little bit pinkish red on the far side of this metal door. It is getting hot. Right where it's getting hit. It's on the verge of melting all the way through.
Work with that.
And then the beam stops. But while you were doing that, you can hear behind the skittering metallic leg sounds as behind you, dropping down out of the ceiling,
is skittering things.
The upper half of a woman.
No.
Oh my god.
From the waist down, 4 spider-like legs, wearing black power armor with just a steely grey bob. A middle-aged to elderly-looking woman with goggles with 3 green lights illuminated,
she just got shot in the head.
Strapped on over her eyes. And she's just dropped down out of the ceiling, walking on her hands and these 4 skittering, spidery legs.
We told about someone called Meredith last time that we couldn't remember.
No, Tamsin.
Okay, sorry, Tamsin. This.
No, because we've already met Tamsin.
Who is Tamsin? I still haven't figured it out.
I don't remember.
But maybe you've already met this woman as well.
What?
As she goes, fshing, and two just green, angular energy blades shoot out from her wrists.
No, they don't.
And she lunges towards Margot.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah. Hold up.
Whoa. Dick.
Wait.
This is a torso that came out of the ceiling with a head on it. Top half of a lady. Bottom half of a lady is down here with us, and she's a cannon.
Top half has got spider legs.
Did these just smash together, or no?
Top half, Taylor, is something out of Wild Wild West with Jim West Desperado. It's...
Can I just tell you really quick that I love that?
I love it too.
Okay, well, you know what? I have a molten door, and I'm gonna...
Well, regardless, I am in the middle of an
I'm gonna
attack
frisbee
here, so
it at her when
it.
you're ready.
Just know, Dick. Just know.
Just know that.
Just know that.
We shouldn't have told him, Dan. We shouldn't have told him.
Taylor, take it back. I misspoke. I didn't mean it.
We're sorry. We don't want to. Oh my
you,
God.
Dickie.
So I'm rolling two separate
don't
energy
need to.
blade
You
attacks
don't need to,
here.
Dickie.
He got a 19 and a
Two separate
13.
energy blade attacks
This is
here.
General
One is a
Grievous.
19, one is a 13. They're both aimed at Margot.
Fuck.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Do we have energy left?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have energy shields left to project, do I?
No.
Do I have any stealth projections ready left?
Yeah, but it's not really gonna affect this. Like
Yeah.
it's just when the invisible Margot gets.
But we're holding
chopped
the
up.
molten door, girl.
Buffet.
Buffet.
Alrighty. I guess. I mean, if you guys want to do the same again, like we just
Two
you roll a
strengths?
strength roll, like, one after the other,
Yep.
see how you go.
CEO.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a natural 20 from Cleo.
Holy shit! Yes,
But this is a sister act, Dick, okay? So when I get a good roll, it helps Dan. And when Dan
thank
gets a
you.
good roll,
I
it helps me.
I like it.
So, just trying to whip this thing around, you know, like you're both just like whipping it around, and as you sort of as the Zero body is
propeller.
going, again, you get this lagging effect where Cleo's arms sort of come out, and you've just got this honey boy lagging behind like this
Tokyo
gelatinous
Drift.
slinky, as this red hot
That's what it is,
shard of door. It's a big triangle piece of door. Triangle piece of door.
Jesus
Am
Christ,
I
Dick.
inventing words
Just
today?
go back to school.
It's too
triangle is
late.
a word.
It's too late.
Triangles are triagonal.
What was the other? Triagonal and rectangle.
Rectangle.
Get wrecked.
Anyway, Cleo, with a natural 20, just frisbees this thing. And as this woman is coming into the light of your spotlights now, you get a good look at her face, and Cleo recognizes
Oh, shit.
that this is the woman who was talking to the
I
Earth
had a
sign
feeling.
all those years ago.
I had a feeling when you said she was old.
What?
When you mentioned the power armor, I was like, wait, there's
Black
only
power
one person we've ever seen wear black power armor. But then I thought, nah.
It could have been a uniform.
I was like,
What?
it could have been somebody else, but oh.
And she got maybe a little bit dead, but she'd been rebuilt
Oh
somehow.
my God.
Like Darth Maul. Darth Maul got chopped up like Obi-Wan, flung down a fucking hole, came back as a spider, much like Wild Wild West.
Same movie.
Same universe.
Yeah.
Connected.
Probably.
So this thing frisbees around, and she's sort of like she's coming in, like doing like a spinning attack off her spider leg, like jumping up. She is going to cut Margot out, and Margot's completely blind to this, just sort of like, you know, like clutching her gun, like, you know, like just hoping that she'll be able to see soon. But Zio roars around, and this red hot frisbee of door
Fuck
just flies
yes.
out and just catches the woman in the chest, knocking her out of the air, making her attacks completely
So
useless
sad,
as she just sort of
so
vanishes, and you
embarrassing.
can see like a skittering as she skitters under
Bye,
the desk
spider.
again. And now it is Dr. Z's turn. He's only got... Actually, you go back up to 3 energy. It's your turn.
Brilliant.
Cleo's only got 1.
Uh-oh.
That said, you've only got 1 enemy to fight. It just does everything
That
all
we
at once.
know
so,
of.
there's 1 enemy broken to 2 parts.
I'm going to exactly. It's exactly that thought, Cleo, Taylor, Cleo. I'm going to do a telepathy to like see what's coming. A telepathy check, like around.
All right, give me that
How
roll.
close is the shit to the
It's a
fan?
19.
Da 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 da.
Alrighty, so Z sort of reaching out telepathically, and as you sort of spread it out, you start getting these murmurs of minds. You start checking that, and there's a little bit of chaos, but like everything seems to be vaguely like there's this order to it. There is mercenaries under the command of this woman, perhaps, who are fanned out throughout the building. They're trying to they're working out like how many of the clients that didn't make it onto the escape pods they can load up into one of their larger ships. They're fanning out and sort of patrolling. And they have closed off this section of the station. Like there are people guarding entrances on sort of all sides, but it seems as though no one else is actually coming to fight you. They've just sent in 1 elite unit to deal with the problem for now.
How's Margot doing?
So Margot's sight is sort of beginning to come back.
If I were to medikit Margot, would I be able to speed up that process and get Margot back into fighting form?
I reckon you could, yeah. I mean, her eyes have basically been injured.
So I can debuff. Oh, no, not debuff. What's it called? Buff. It's just buffing then. It's like a cleanse. I could do a cleanse.
Anti-debuff.
Anti-buff.
You can cleanse.
A cleanse, yeah.
You can de-debuff.
I'd like to do a cleanse.
Rebuff.
So I'll do a medical kit on Margot. It's a 16.
Oh, easy peasy. So, Margot, sort of shuddering, like as you come in with this medical kit and getting these nanobots like crawl into her eyes, and she like raises her hands, but then after a moment she realizes what's happening as her vision pinpoints back in better than ever, and she looks at Dr. Z, gives a nod, once again lifts up her sniper rifle.
Margot.
I'll show a little bit of a map on the wrist.
I can sense mercenaries here, and here, closing in on our location. We are nowhere out of the woods yet.
Heck. Well, you there, Cleo. You don't lose that package, and worst comes to worst, we're setting that thing off quick. We're sure as hell taking this whole thing down with us if we're gonna go down.
Well, I ain't dropping this box, but I ain't dying in here either.
Well, you better find a way out quick, cause, well, we're struggling with just one of these things.
She's aiming her rifle, sort of looking around, trying to work out where the spider creature, top half woman mercenary went.
These bastards got me once, and it ain't never happening again.
And you see, like an absolute, like just a nod of resolution. Like Margot isn't necessarily realizing something right now; she's accepting something. She doesn't say anything, but there's like a hint of softness in her eyes, and she looks back at Cleo.
Oh shit! She's realized.
Maybe.
She's like, hell, I guess I do owe it to get you people out of here. Fine. We ain't going down with this thing, but this thing's going down one way or another.
Listen here, y'all.
Yes, Cleo.
We gotta plant this payload. Like she said, it is the bringing in, or some such. We can't just run from that thing. We gotta grabs it. Lady, do you know where to deposit this?
Hell, Cleo. We can put this thing anywhere on this station. It'll take her out of commission.
Well, I gots to know that if I get us going, somebody is driving, because I'm stepping on the gas.
All right, then. You set the charge, and we start firing until we get out.
Well, sounds like a date.
You wouldn't know anything about this, I'm sure, but there's a certain gorge on my hometown where, well, the locals like to play a game of training in there, and, well, I was always pretty good at getting from one side to the other. Only one person ever beat me.
Well, fancy that.
And you sure ain't that person. But maybe you can try.
You're right. I ain't that person. But now, we ain't properly been introduced, have we?
Oh shit!
Okay, I'm gonna run at that gun.
Yes!
Oh my god!
That's a dexterity, isn't it?
What are you trying
I
to
want
do?
to run at that gun and like bear hug it.
That's strength.
That's the strength.
Yeah?
That's strength.
Okay, good.
Yeah, not everything's dexterity. It's only when you're
It's
like, like
stuff that I-
dancing on top of
stuff that
spaceships
I
and stuff.
want is dexterity.
Yeah. You've been hurt. You've been
If
hurt.
Great. Well, I got a 9, so don't anybody get too excited.
Wait, are we still Zio though?
Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't really state so, but perhaps you
Well,
are.
isn't it a big deal for us to unzio?
I guess so, because you're at the right moment. You sort of like sat, like little bare legs tucked up, I guess, inside the honey boy,
Okay,
aren't
well,
you? You'd have to choose to jump
I
out.
have one energy left, and so I will use it to help Cleo in this.
Try and like wrap around.
Hell yes.
All right.
Hell
And so you need me
yes.
to do strength as well?
Give me another strength roll.
I have a negative.
It's a bit of a
5,
Hail
so this is a
Mary.
Hail
this
Mary.
one.
It is.
It worked last time though.
It is not the best thing to do, but I will do it. Oh, negative 3.
Okay, you've
I'm
rolled
sorry,
negative
I fucked
3.
that up. Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Okay, wait.
You shoot your shot. You try, you fail.
All right.
So here's how this goes down. Zio rush up, Cleo sort of bear hugging in, these strands of honey boy sort of coming around trying to like encase, and the legs just sort of like kick about and like lift a knee up. Oh god. Lift a knee up, booting Cleo under the jaw and darting backwards out of your grip as your arms and honey boy sort of close around, missing the legs as the legs sort of dart back and take another wide stance, the cannon still aimed right back at you. Cleo, still got a bit of energy if you wanted to like reposition yourself or something. Although at that point you'd be dragging Z because he's
The cannon
out.
is facing me.
It's facing
Can you
facing the
shoot?
two of you.
Can Cleo?
I mean, you could still shoot at it.
Or could I jam it with
The jelly?
a jelly cap?
Wow, yeah.
I like it as a dex roll, but I like it.
Let's risk it for the biscuit, man.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry, 90s, what happened?
Alrighty, give me a dex roll.
Oh my god, it's
Fuck.
a -2.
Dang
It's another -2.
Margot, help us!
I guess we're eating that jelly cap.
So Cleo throwing up another jelly cap, and the legs just sort of dive out of the way as the capsule sort of hits the wall and starts filling up the side of the corridor. The legs sort of like skittering around the corner. You see now that there's well, you did see that the emergency lightings went around the corner, but the legs vanish around the corner ahead of you as the jelly capsule sort of starts filling up the space in front.
Okay, well, that's kind of good.
All right.
Now you don't know where either part is.
Oh.
But anyway, it's Margot's turn.
Okay.
And Margot, during all this, has just stepped back into the room, sniffing the air. It seems as though the gas has dissipated. And she steps back into the room and is like slowly moving, aiming her sniper rifle down under the desk. And as she comes around, she slowly, like, you know, her eyes sort of just widen and dilate a little bit as she sees, just there, sort of crouched underneath the desk, hiding in the corner, the spidery form, those 3 green dots, just the only bit of light. And she quickly takes the shot. I just rolled a natural 1
From Margot.
from Margot.
Oh no, we've all fucked up?
This is grim.
This is grim.
It's gonna
Grimmest timeline.
It's gonna get really good though.
This is grimmest timeline.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, so Margot, I'm gonna go with D100. Let's really check how this.
No, Margot nothing bad can happen to Margot.
Shit, 92.
What the fuck, Dick? Stop. No.
Dick. Just.
Margot fires down. She misses. The thing sort of skitters along on the underside of the desk out of the way. But Margot seems to have hit one of the power cables going into this console. And there's just a sparking and flickering as the cable lashes out, catching Margot dead in the face, dealing
Just chop an arm off. Like, don't.
2 points of damage.
Okay. She's probably got like 6 or 7.
And
Oh my days, I'm getting stressed.
and she's sort of like pulling back. You can see like she's like squinting and like got an arm over her eyes, blinded once more.
By the light.
And she backs away, sort of blindly back towards the two of you, stumbling. She's dropping onto her back, dropping her gun and sort of like backing away because she knows what's coming next, and it is the Spider-Woman's turn. And immediately, just skittering out at high speed from under that desk, comes that torso. This time,
No.
Z has got 0 energy. Cleo's got 1 energy. Margot is just blind and on the floor without her weapon.
Okay.
And she skitters around the corner, igniting both energy blades on the wrists again,
Okay.
and just leaping and bringing down a spiral double cut towards Margot.
Pause. How far away are we from this spider?
You're quite far away from the spider, but you're close to Margot because she's backed up right back towards you again.
Okay.
Just get in there, Cleo. You're fucking
Well,
armored.
you got 1 shot.
right.
Armored.
Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do.
If I roll max damage right now, Margot
All right,
is dead.
listen. Well,
So-
we've seen you roll max damage before.
Cleo, you chunky.
See.
Yes, Cleo.
Gotta get in there.
Cleo, I can't move. I'm done.
And I'll just open up the jelly boy.
I can't move anymore. You're gonna have to do it alone.
Let me go.
And I'll just dissipate the honey boy around Cleo.
Okay, I'm gonna run. Put myself in front of this attack, frozen style. And while I do it, I'm going to pull out one of my magnet weapons that K2K2 got me, and I'm gonna stick it against the robot lady's core because I have seen that magnets hurt computers sometimes, and maybe that'll help. Otherwise, I'll just take the hit.
Alrighty, so you're getting yourself in there, which is already a baller move because, like, what can I do about
Not
that?
much.
You can't fail
Not
that
much.
roll. But give me a dex roll for this this magnet weapon.
9.
Oh,
I have just been getting 7s and 9s. Like
I know, and we rolled out our 20s.
We did.
So Cleo leaps out of the honey boy,
So good.
sort of gets right in front, like, you know, proper paladin style, standing heroically in her armor in front of Margot.
Yes.
And she whips out the magnet weapon, sort of, you know, like trying to like get it on there, and she flings it, and it sort of flies just past the spinning
God.
spider woman in the air, who comes down, landing upon Cleo, dealing 0 points of damage because I just rolled a 1 and you got armor.
Whoa. Nice.
She just whoops and just sort of crashes into Cleo because she was aiming further
Bringing
down, so she wasn't really.
miracle.
That's what she smashes into Cleo and drops back onto the ground, and there's that awkward, like, you know, like spidery getting herself back upright on the ground as she
Stupid
collapses
spider.
in front of you. It's at this point that you hear at the end of the corridor, and those legs trot out back around the corner, aiming at Dr. Z and taking
What
a
the-
shot.
Okay.
Fuck. Wait, and it's
I rolled a 14.
fuck.
This thing's just gonna hit, I'm afraid.
Hey.
Of course it is.
Wait, but if it hits the honey boy and not Z, then it's like not a big deal.
I mean, it's sort of a big deal.
It's always,
but
I mean, it's my new outfit, but hey, I mean,
4 points
I
of
change
damage.
clothes
You
a lot.
We ain't dead
you
yet.
can't have a new outfit, Dan.
I know, I'm not allowed.
Oh.
That is not
There's just
allowed.
a blasting and a crystallizing as Honey Boy is just sort of like sort of falling apart and crackling and struggling sort of to keep Dr. Z safe. Dr. Z is sort of like shunted about in there. His armor is like getting all sort of dinged up. Actually, it's -1 damage for his armor. Let's not forget that.
Oh, thank you very much.
He only took 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage.
But he's still standing after taking the full force of that that energy cannon into his back. And with that, Spider Lady is finished, and it is Dr. Z's turn again.
Okay.
Margot, Cleo,
Z.
Yeah, fish boy.
Z.
how are we doing over there with the Spider Woman?
I ain't dead yet.
Likewise over here with his spider legs. Ugh, when will they stop putting guns on things?
Hopefully never.
I'm with the furball on that one.
Yes, well, maybe you'd like to switch places. I would much rather fight with blades than have this bloody gun take chunks out of my body.
Well, when I finish smashing this one, maybe I will.
Hey, she's all yours if you want her.
You think you can get a good shot on this pair of legs?
Well, you just scooch over, and I'll take my shot.
All right, I'll bend over over Margot and Cleo then, and pull out the energy blades, and start eyeing down the spider lady.
Sword fight.
Yeah.
Double energy blades versus double energy blades. So it's your turn. So like you're gonna get your chance before Margot takes her shot, obviously. But
All right. And how much energy has the sword blade gal got?
0. She'd done 3 attacks.
I'm going to dive at her and try and hack her then.
Shit, man.
Oh, Dr. Z's about to be the
I'm
spider
going to dive in
leg.
with one blade like coming in to like stab, and then the other hand, the blade is going to be turned off, and it's just going to be like the electric interface of the hand piercing out of the jelly, connected to the tentacles of the jellyfish, ready to get the hacking strike off.
Damn.
Oh, I like it. Alrighty. So I was gonna say give me a strength roll, but it's kind of irrelevant because she can't really fight back.
Do you want me to do
So-
an energy blade and a hacking together?
Yeah, give me an energy blade and a hacking.
A 16 and a 21.
Okay, we're in business here. So you get straight in there with the energy blade, sort of like making yourself an opening, just chopping in to the what is possibly power armor, possibly just a fully robotic body. As you break in, there are servos and gears and like tubing in there. You can tell that this thing is mostly mechanical. You haven't struck any body yet as you chop in. At the same time, you're coming in, plugging in to hack, and you rolled a 21, so you were just straight in there.
Finally.
And you can immediately see that what you've got is it's quite similar to like the operation of like one of your old bodies. Like this is has a basic command system that's almost AI like, but it's just for balance and motion and stuff. to make it a real easy to use experience for an organic brain. So it's the same sort of thing that you have been using your entire spacefaring life.
Yeah.
And as such, you are now completely under control over her body and the legs down the corridor. But for one thing, you sort of see like a flashing in the AI, like something's going on. And as you get in there and stab and take control of the body, the head shoots off.
Of course. Why wouldn't it?
The head shoots off and skitters into the darkness, and you can see as she's vanishing, 4 more spider legs pop out of the neck, sort of righting itself and sort of scattering about into the shadows.
This happens in Wild Wild West.
Immediately call out.
Margot, Cleo, the head. Can you get it?
Now, just 1 second, my new acquaintances.
The voice comes out of the shadows.
I power up the leg gun, aiming at the head.
What exactly is it you want? Perhaps we can come to some sort of amicable arrangement.
I power up the head gun even more.
The head gun?
Sorry, the legs gun.
The legs
I've got
gun.
Leg
control of
gun
it.
connected to the hip gun.
I power it up, I power it up, I power it up. We have heard so many monologues from people. It's the same as the old man thing. It's just like, nope. It's just like,
You think old white man is bad? Meet old white lady.
Exactly.
Who's had some work done.
I don't fire it yet, but I don't fire it, but I've got the thing charging. And I just say,
You don't have long.
What do we want? Well, we want you all dead. But you know what? Maybe you don't need to be the first one if you can give us the higher-ups.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? Well, as a matter of fact, I have sensed some vague rumblings that my employers were on the way out, so to speak. They've been having a very difficult, devilish time trying to keep their stations running. It seems to be that somebody is running along behind wherever they set up shop and blowing them sky high. You people wouldn't know anything about that now, would you?
I'm going to message Cleo in my mind. Cleo.
Say,
Cleo.
say.
Is this the person that hurt you?
Ah,
Do you recognize them?
it was so long ago. It can't be her. I blasted her. She should be dead.
I'll aim the legs cannon at the head, and I'll pass over controls to Cleo.
Oh.
Well, like a little sort of console
Yeah, exactly.
thing.
Finish it. If you want.
All right, so Cleo is here. The cannon is pointed straight at this head. She is exhausted. She has lost all of her defenses and weapons. What are you going to do?
See,
Cleo.
she ain't never gonna stop. Let's blast her together. But before we do, I want you to put this picture in her brain. And I'm gonna send to you a memory of what I look like with Bortus and Fran.
Well, I mean, that opens questions up for Dr. Z, because he's like, who is this? But I'm not going to ask questions. You've asked me to do something, I'm just going to do it.
So as Z transmits the picture, you see the woman's face in the corner, and like her sort of, her mouth drops open. She's like, she completely recognizes. And like, I feel like tucked into this image is like the sort of sentiment of like, we got you now kind of thing. Yeah. Like,
Oh.
Yeah. And as we shoot,
She's like-
Cleo's just gonna yell, "Dirt, keep your bones."
We didn't mean anything by...
and not even finishing her statement as the cannon fires, a beam fires over your shoulders across into the corner and just sears a hole through her head. The spider legs sort of twitching a little bit as the whole thing falls off the wall, collapsing onto the ground. A charred, steaming, bleeding, what was a human head but is now just a bunch of burnt bone and hair and spider legs.
Dirt, keep your bones.
Heck, Cleo, you just saved me from making one really shameful deal. I'm alright with you. Let's get the heck out.
I'll quickly dial up Trevor.
Trevor, you bloody big boy, you there?
Say yes,
I saw the pods go off. That was your doing, no doubt. Everything going all right?
Well, all right is on a scale, Trevor, and on the scale of things being all right, it's still on the scale. Now, we'll be here.
And drop a location.
It's right in the middle of the station.
Yes, well, where's the nearest point for us to get out?
Well, basically anywhere.
All right then.
You're right in the middle.
We'll see you anywhere in the middle, soon.
You're saying what I think you're saying.
Yes, we're going to need a very quick evac from the middle soon because the bomb will go off. All right, Trevor?
Boris, you and Reese fire up the butter knife. We're going in.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Wasting no time, Margot climbs up to her feet, holstering her gun, and quickly is grabbing at the case on Cleo's back. How do I get this darn thing off?
Now wait a minute. What about all them?
Well, they can go down when we set the damn charge.
There ain't no saving any of them.
There ain't no saving them. You don't think I tried? I took a whole escape ship for them back to Dias. We couldn't do nothing.
Not any of them?
Not a one. They just husks, Cleo.
Oh, she knows.
Shit. You literally got me tearing up right now. I'm like, oh, this is fucking intense. This is so real.
Oh my god.
Now you gotta trust me when I say this. I got a friend back home, and if he concentrates and thinks real hard, well, he can find out little bits and pieces about these people. And if there was any way to save them, he'd have known. Talk about borders, by the way.
I know.
He's still there.
She sort of looks, straight into the beady beer eyes of Cleo, and then sort of down at the floor, and she's like,
Yeah, he's still there.
And
They're both all right.
Oh my god.
Cleo's gonna look away really quickly and smile. Like a bear smile.
Now help me get this heckin' thing off your back and let's set the charge. We ain't got long before they evac.
Let's do it. I'm gonna release the rectangulon.
What was it called?
I forgot.
rectangular box.
No, it wasn't rectangular. It was
okay.
rectagonon.
Rectagonal.
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 Okay.
Rectangular, that's the word.
We're gonna
though.
set this thing up.
Rectagonal. All right, so heaving it off your back and dropping onto the ground, Margot sort of drops down to one knee, and you can see she turns like a big, it's almost like one of those, like old-fashioned luggage where you got the thing you strap in and then you turn the thing and it winches it shut.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She turns this big clamp around and ka-ching, you can see bolts undoing, and then she lifts the lid off and sort of just tosses it to one side. And you can see inside, there is just a massive chrome, and this thing is just sort of pipes and wires. There's a tiny little screen right in the center of it, and the whole thing is just hooked up with a whole lot of weird, glowing, sort of light blue power cells.
Oh my days.
Dang.
And she sort of looks over her shoulder back at Cleo and is like, bet you ain't never seen one of these. And starts beeping away on the console. All right. I expect your friends know what they're doing to get us out of here quick, because I'm setting this thing for 2 minutes. Beep. And the 2-minute counter starts beeping down. And the machine already just starts sort of vibrating and shuddering as it looks as though it's something sort of powering up. And those glowing power cells start sort of draining. As you can see, they're actually filled with some sort of liquid that's draining down into the pipes of the thing as it's rocketing and ricketing. Margot sort of her eyes widen a little bit. She sort of takes a couple steps back. She's like, damn, I bought this thing from that hunk of tin deets. It better work like he said. Paid enough for the damn thing. All right.
Open up communications with Trevor.
Trevor.
Trying to keep myself a little bit secret from the emotional chat that's happening between Cleo and Margot at the moment.
Trevor.
Yes, see, we're coming.
Yes, well, they've set the charges. We have 2 minutes.
2 minutes, eh? Not even really a challenge. Maybe I'll take the scenic route.
Well, maybe don't take the scenic route because I'm standing next to this huge glowing bomb right now. Okay, this isn't one of your moments to show off and be very impressive and...
He's just soaking the hell we are!
And you feel like the whole station just goes rocketing off to one side. Everything's sort of sliding to one side of the room. You all sort of have to like hang on. The bomb sort of vanishes off into the corner, still vibrating and beeping, as suddenly you feel like a whole lot of warmth coming from one side, and then there's like a flash, there's fire, there's light, and you can see way down the corridor off to one side, the front of the Grey Dragon has just burst all the way inside the station.
Yes!
Wait, we see the Grey Dragon coming down the corridor.
It's like cutting its way through the ship, and then the energy shield around it sort of powers down, and the Grey Dragon just sort of goes sitting inside the station.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Come on then, we don't have long.
Well, that's exactly what I was just telling you. Don't steal my line, Trevor.
Grumbly walk towards the ship.
Trevor's now stealing lines? Cleo, can you believe this?
Oh, I could believe anything today. Heck.
Margot looking down, making sure that she's still got the master key strapped to one arm, giving a little gleeful nod, looking back at the bomb, and then she runs up down the corridor over towards the Grey Dragon. It's like,
I'm glad to see you, big boy. Open her up.
and you can see in the back of the Grey Dragon, the door opens up, and there's this awkward gap that you're all going to have to kind of crawl through to get inside.
Oh, we do one mission together, Margot, and now you're telling bloody Trevor Big Boy Naps, who actually is our big boy, I remind you.
We'll see about that, fishy.
And she crawls into the little gap, first on board the ship.
I jump immediately after her and be like,
No, we will see about that, Margot. It is not okay that you employ our staff.
I'm the last one in here, huh?
yeah.
Is there any spider parts on the floor?
You could definitely grab, because you're sort of coming past, on the way out here, you're going past the legs, or the body for that matter. Like, you could take either or.
I would like to have as much as I can carry.
Hakes Miss Seth shows her face.
She ain't never gone.
Reference to our first
Alrighty,
campaign.
So spider legs. You're grabbing you've grabbed like one arm, one leg, dragging like the cannon legs and the spider body.
I'm writing this down. One arm, one leg, one body. One shot, one bourbon, one shot, and one beer.
Cleo sort of gets herself and goes chest first, wriggling in the gap, and then just yanking, smashing them about. They're getting a little bit wrecked on the way in. But Cleo eventually manages to rattle these body parts, and she eventually realizes she can't pull them both at once. If she pulls the cannon through, then the torso through, she can get them in and sort of plonk them in the loading dock of the Grey Dragon as the door closes up behind.
Margot, you stay back from those two. I can't believe we've been through all of this, and you'll now try and take us. Trevor, Boris.
And as the door closes up, Boris fires up the butter knife. And once again, you're sort of sizzling and crackling as Trevor sort of just lets out a whoop. Yeehaw! The Grey Dragon once again, like a knife through butter, cuts its way in a straight line through the station, sort of zipping around, and as sort of suddenly whipping out into space and sort of spiraling around up high above to get a bird's eye view of the station. You can see the station, it's already it's been blown out. Seems like at equal points all the way around the outside, all the pods have been blown out. There's a big entry wound where the Grey Dragon went in, and then another exit where it came out. You see that there is on the top of it, a big section of the roof has opened up, and there is a ship.
Oh no.
A large ship, about the same size as your Grey Dragon, and it seems to be beginning to sort of take off. There are a few people who have obviously just been left behind, banging on the doors. They've just closed the doors, recognizing that this big shift in power cannot be a good thing. They're just going to leave behind whoever didn't get on. But before it takes off, there's a crack, like a crack of thunder sort of noise. And then something strange starts happening to the station as it crunches in on itself instantly. The ship on its surface just flattened. Whoever was inside it immediately perishing.
Oh, yes, we did it in time, Taylor.
As the station crumples in on itself like a crumpled piece of newspaper. And blue glowing lights sort of appear like cracks all around it. And it seems like it's eating itself apart from the inside out as the outside sort of crunches in to fill the space. And then there's an explosion, and it is a big explosion, as though all the potential energy of the station itself was sucked into the bomb until it could contain itself no more. And then boom, and just whizzing, spiraling firework parts of station just flying out, just carpeting the night city below. The streets lit up for the first time you've ever seen as the station just breaks apart, and whirs and explodes and falls down below until there's nothing left but a few lights of smoking rubble. And Trevor winds the ship around back towards MidSpace.
Oh my...
Frick.
Taylor! Cleo, we did it in time.
So Trevor is just big smile on his face. Boris is just like standing like on the back of Trevor's chair, holding onto it, like looking over his shoulder. And Margot has strutted into the room, followed by a slightly nervous Dr. Z. And Cleo, taking up the rear, walks in to find the scene of Margot, who's sat down on one of the chairs, has got her foot up on the dash, absently looking down at the wreckage below. As Trevor and Boris is happily like powering down the butter knife and like slipping back around into high altitude to sneak back into MidSpace proper.
Yes, well, don't bloody go get comfortable, all right? I'll have you know that this is still our ship.
Now, don't you fret a thing, sweetie. You've been paid to take me somewhere and take me back, I believe, so I will make myself comfortable until you have fulfilled your contract.
Yes, well, you can sit in any of the seating provided in said contract. Oh, wait, what was that seating? No seating, so you may stand.
Dr. Z, you are a card.
You have no idea how many cards I actually have in collection.
Oh my god.
Trevor, where are we going?
Well, I was hoping you might tell me, Z. Well, Margot, you got anywhere in particular you want to be dropped off? Well, think about that. I really need to put my ear to the ground and find out just exactly how Dietz feels about the way I just used his device there. You see, I don't think he and his princess going to have any worries because, well, all the exploding happened on the Night City, and they don't worry too much about what happens down there, but, well, you never can tell with these things, so, you look like unscrupulous characters. You sure as hell got somewhere to hide me, right?
Well, I mean, if you are looking for a place to hide from Dietz, yeah, we might know something about that. We might be people that have done that same thing before. And maybe we are people that is doing it right now.
And maybe we have seating that is appropriate for that situation and wouldn't be stealing someone else's seat in the process.
Well,
she's sitting in Z.
if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, you know what I mean? As long as you don't sit in Z's seat.
Yes, which is why no one's happy at the moment, right? Everyone? No one's happy? Yes.
Yeah, you're...
I don't know, Z. I'm pretty happy.
Oh, no. Oh. Z, we got company. Hang in there.
Yes, I have noticed we have company, and I do not like it. I will... Boris... All right, okay, right. Walk time for Z.
You can sit on my seat, Doctor.
No, thank you, Boris.
I'm too excited at the moment to see how we just cut through the entire thing. You couldn't even really see what was happening. I don't know how Trevor got us to you.
It was really pretty easy, Boris. It's just simple geography. I had the coordinates, and I had my position. It's... Oh, what's he doing? He's not even listening anymore.
Yes, all right, I will go and check if the, I don't know, the doors at the other end of the ship are working.
Take us home, Trevor.
And so Trevor pilots you back around over the Night City and into the secret cave entrance. the waterfall cave of sewerage. And
So secret and mystical and lovely.
and down the pristine but dented and rusty chrome passageway back to your secret hideout, and lands Reese back in the now sort of tidied up. You can see that Boris has even put some repairing supplies and stuff. He's sort of set up a bit of a ship workshop in the area where you can land the ship. The train is now sitting proudly on the rails. You see like the sort of the flapping shadowy silhouette of Jordan flying about near the top of the near the ceiling.
It's so good. We have a drag.
You land down in Bastard HQ, and Margot looks around and sort of whistles.
This place looks like shit.
Fuck. Cleo's like, I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Well, I mean, at least we ain't belly deep in dirt.
Margot sort of gives Cleo sort of a shocked look and then sort of smiles and chuckles.
Guess you ain't. Now you seem to be doing pretty well for yourself, Furball.
Yeah, well, I mean, it ain't all bad. We made it this far.
Well, look, it's all well and good for you to plant your roots and find something, make something yourself that you couldn't wherever it was that you came from before. But I don't call home no more. I got a job to do. I touch base every while and see how everyone's doing, but I gotta stay on the trail. They're still out there. Whoever's in charge of this thing, they're still out there. I'm sure of it.
How you been finding them?
Well, one just comes after the other, dropping in my lap. I got the first one from, the scientist we both know.
Hell.
But, after that, well, I just follow the breadcrumbs, and, well, I got a hell of a breadcrumb right here.
She lifts up her wrist,
Yeah,
showing
that's
the
true.
all-access pass strapped onto her wrist.
I'm going for the big fish this time. You want me to call you when I find them?
Hell. Does prawns got teeth?
You know neither of us know.
Oh, crab, damn it. You got that right. But you better call me.
I'll call you, Furball.
You know I got a bang saved away for that. For that day.
Hell. Well, I'm gonna walk out and have a little look at the sky, get me a signal, because I gotta find out what Deets thought of what I done, but y'all earned your credits. You're good people. Thanks, and happy bringing.
Cleo goes to say it back, idly holding on to a spider leg. Which, of course, she had to bring something home. Because on the bringing, you have to have something. You can't be empty-handed. So, I don't know who this is for or what purpose it's going to serve, but she's got a spider leg in her hand, but she stops. Because there's a lot to say. Stuff like, I can't believe I'm actually seeing you. It's been years since I laid eyes on a dirt rat-like maggot. Blue eyes McCracken. Heck, never thought I'd want to see your dang face washed up in here like some kind of tumbleweed on a pile of prawns, and they're still out there. My people. Some of them at least, not the whole 10. 9 of them. But Bortus and Fron, they're still out there. And the replicators, too. The big take. And I wanted to go home. But I didn't know if I could. Not like this. So I ran. I don't know why I did that. Part of me wishes I didn't. But it feels too late now. Like I said, it's been years. Maybe it ain't too late to do something right. Maybe we can go home, after all. At least for a minute. Heck. But, instead, she just tosses the spider leg on a real big pile of other takes that have collected over the years and just says, yeah. Happy bringing into you too, maggot.
Margot sort of turns back around and looks at Cleo for a second, for a long second. And you see her like open her mouth like she's about to say something. She's like,
Yep. I'll call you when there's the next one.
Yep.
and walks off down into the darkness. Well, oh my goodness. And that is where we'll end the episode.
Wow. Oh my days, Dickie. Wow, yeah. Hot indeed.
You say, oh my days, Dickie. Oh my days, Taylor.
Yes. Yes.
That was something.
That was
That
huge.
That was some heavy shit.
I mean, we knew something like that was coming, but that was
It was just
that brought a tear to my eye. I was sitting here rubbing my eye, like pretending like no one
Yeah,
can know.
I'm not lying to anyone when I say this. I literally cried real tears down my cheeks. It was dice rolling and storytelling has an amazing way of bringing out emotions that I find very difficult to come out in other ways.
I feel like every single one of these has gotten me at some point.
Yeah.
To be frank, because like, geez, you spend a long time being like silly.
Yeah.
And then we've been playing these characters now since the beginning of 2020.
Yeah.
And so like we have grown to really love them. And now that we love them, we're finding out all this stuff and it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just really like it's relatable as well. That whole like having the thing you really want to say, you really should say, and then not.
Yeah.
And the moment's gone.
who hasn't
and
had
you're not
that
gonna
happen?
say it.
I've definitely
Oh
done
my
that.
days. I did
Maybe
that
that's
moment.
why it came so easy.
I have that moment every single day as well. I found it so relatable of like,
Yeah.
oh, things would just be easier if you just said the thing. And it just never, you just can't. You just can't.
It's just, yep.
Oh, wow.
It's like every cowboy movie at the end where like the cowboy is just like the cowboy could stay and be with the person, whoever it is.
Easily.
And they never, and it's always easy. Like I just watched a Tom Selleck cowboy movie where he's like a cowboy in Australia. Have you seen this movie? It was,
No.
it was pretty ridiculous. But like I was watching this movie and like obviously there's a love interest and like the ability to stay with the love interest is so cut and dry. Like there's literally no obstacle. They never do it. They always like just leave like while they're
gotta get back on the road.
Like, and they do it while the person's like in the bathroom or something stupid. And so it's like they just set out and the person's there. And like
And then other towns needed my assistance.
yeah, and it's just like no, they don't actually need you. Like you could. But that's the thing, like the emotional.
But those characters, you know, they've got to come in off the road and they've got to walk off on the road. And like that one character is the only person who's completely unchanged. And Margot was that, wasn't she? Like, even though she did learn that Cleo's alive, she's still, like,
the mission is too central to who she is right now. Like, that's her identity. She's got to do this, like, because she can't move through any of her stuff. Yeah. This is like, everybody's got that shit that they can't move through. You know? Yo!
Yeah, I mean, it's just so real and so good. And it was a really...
So for those of you who came here for the comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I mean, there was still funny
There
bits
were funny
in there.
parts, yeah. Oh my God, though. Jeez. It was good. It was really good. Wow.
Wow, I mean, we'll have to do something lighter next time, maybe.
Oh, yeah, we're going to need to.
We keep saying that.
But anyway, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
You inspire us to keep doing this and to like make, these kind of emotional moments for ourselves. And don't stop. Just keep listening if you like it. Hopefully you still like it. Hopefully this one was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back next week. But in the meantime, I've just noticed that if you go to Spotify on your phone, you can give us a 5-star review on there now. And it's like a new feature. So like not many other podcasts actually have many reviews. So this is one thing where we could actually be like near the top of the list if everyone just gets in there and votes 5 stars on Spotify.
If we get in quick,
Just saying.
if we act fast, we might get up there in the charts before anyone else realizes there's a chart to be had.
Stealth.
Maybe. Or maybe everyone else
maybe
is
not.
doing
But we could
exactly
still
what
do
we're doing
well,
right
and it
now.
would feel good and would be great. And that's the only way we can grow. Because, when you look at us bastards and you think, wow, that's such a very professional team of people that must be behind that show. Well, it's just us 3. That's it. That's all it is.
And you can hear how unprofessional we are.
Yes, we are trying our dang
We're
best.
trying our hardest.
We is holding on by our little spindly fingers, and dang, we've been on this ledge for how many years has it been now? When did this start? Was it 2018?
Oh,
Or-
yeah, I think so. Maybe.
So
Tell me it wasn't.
because Orbital Refuse started in 2020, Ralaran I think started in 2018.
Yeah.
Adds up.
That's
We've
how
been
long
at it
we've
for a
been
while.
doing
We've been
this.
trying. And hey, we only grow from
'Cause of
your
y'all.
grace. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. We're so stoked for where we are and really excited for where we're going to be.
22, year of the bastard.
And yeah,
Year of the
any of you
best.
listening, that want to sort of be involved with this growing, the things that are going to happen over the next, we're coming into 2022 now. It's going to be the year of the bastard. So come on, join our Discord, get in there, get involved, say hi. We've got loads of lovely buddies. A bunch of them are on this list I'm about to sing out here, which of course is our patrons. If you want to be a patron, you get access to our second podcast, Sidearm, and you can also get access to the old D&D campaign we're talking about that started back in 2018.
And it's just the price of a bag of chips each month.
And it's a whole campaign from start to finish with origin stories involved.
And an extra podcast
My
episode,
goodness.
that being Sidearm, every 2 weeks.
Yep.
SW Bastard.
Oh, what a deal. Anyhow, here are the people that already have access to all
Cheeky
that.
little song.
Oh, it's cheaper by the dungeon. Lucas Stuff, Marcus Breckelman, the Bell Queen, Nicola Randy, Wybus 999. Trevor Ben, No Mercy, Doff Shima, Jimmy Pale, Max Bodie, Waco Isaac, Tobias the Bard, Jason and Claude, Jolie Chris, and Morris Chan, Juspo the Bard, Carlithia, Chris Beerman. That, my friends, is what we call all of our patrons.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes.
You know what that sounded like? That almost sounded like the like the Neon Genesis. That was an anime. That was a 90s anime theme.
So good.
Well then.
Every week, every episode we get a different one. He does it in one take, different version every time. If you
Yeah.
want your name up on that golden scroll, you know what to do. Join the team.
You do. I never quite know if I'm going to make it to the end.
That's kind of the theme of this whole thing. We don't know how we're
Somehow
going to
we
get
always
there,
do.
but we get there.
But speaking of, we made it to the end.
Wow.
And this, my friends, is the end. So until the next one, have a fantastic time. And if you're listening to this live, I hope your Christmas and New Year went well. If you're listening to this sometime in the future, I still hope that for you.
Oh, definitely.
Wow.
Thanks, Dickie.
Happy
Appreciate
bringing in.
Happy bringing it.
And you know what the time is. Oh, it's actually an hour past now, isn't it? But it's Dan's birthday.
birthday right now. It's Dan's birthday right now.
It's really old
It's Dan's birthday right now. We didn't bring it up. Anyone that's made it this far, sing along with us.
Don't sing along with them. Don't sing along with them.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Go on then.
birthday
Sing along with
to
them.
you.
Go on then.
Happy
Happy birthday, dear
You
Daniel.
can back. You can do it.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Well, what was I expecting? It was never gonna.
Sorry, I had a
Happy
hairball. I had
birthday,
a
Dan.
hairball licking myself too much.
Thank you.
And bye, everyone.
Bye.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards. Check out our Instagram on Instagram.
That's cowboy shit. That's
Cowboy shit. That's
That's
cowboy shit. That's cowboy shit.
Cowboys.
Wow.
Shit.